Hey guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Hello everyone.
You guys missed me yesterday. I had a little bit of a flu, and now the flu has flown and I am back in the Dream Giveaway Garage. And thank you for your well wishes. I am feeling much better today.
We're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back and fun. So we have a ton of questions today. This is going to be good today. So let's get right to them. From Michael Kirshner, is a 4-speed in the Boss 302 a close ratio or a wide ratio? That is a multiple choice quiz, and I have the correct answer right here. We're looking at the Marty report. What's it say right here, guys? 4-speed close ratio manual transmission.
What does that mean, Chris? If we look at the Boss behind
so
you.
it has to, oh, there's the Boss. So there's 4 gears in a 4-speed manual transmission. And a wide ratio has a much longer pull in that first gear, where a close ratio has a more even spacing in the gearing between number 1 and number 2. So, PJ, here, I'm going to explain this to you and you'll get it. Your Honda Civic. PJ's going to get this.
What do you want to have happen?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing road racing, you want a close ratio. If you have a wide ratio, that's more for drag racing.
Gotcha.
So these were more for road racing back in the day.
Get up to faster RPMs. And
that's correct. So what happens on your Honda Civic, PJ? In first gear?
I can fly.
Yeah, PJ can fly in his first gear. He stays in first gear forever, and the RPMs are like at 8,000 RPM. I'm like, PJ, when is this car going to shift to a second gear, right? And so that would be a wide ratio. The close ratio is number 1 and number 2 are more equally spaced to each other. Boom, 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 boom.
And what is
as well as a boom, 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 boom.
And what does this have?
Close ratio.
Very nice.
Close ratio. So boom, 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 boom. Right? They're evenly spaced. Not
how does that go?
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's a close ratio. There you go. Benji has a question. Benji, how are you today? I know you're joining us out there. If we win, Benji, what's this we stuff? You have someone like helping you? If Benji wins one of the giveaways with 2 vehicles, can he give one away to a friend or a family member? Or does he have to register it in his name first? Well, it's not, so there's a couple things going on here. Can you give a car away to a friend or a family member? Eventually you can. However, because this is highly governmental controlled, right?
Regulated. It's
regulated.
Industry is regulated.
Yeah, absolutely. So it has to be titled in your name first, and then you can give it away to someone if you want to. But you don't have to register it at all. That's a whole separate question. PJ and I were joking about that beforehand. But you do have to have it titled in your name, and then you can give it away to someone if you want to. We can't just put the car in somebody else's name for you if you're the winner. It has to go in your name. Right, PJ?
Absolutely.
And PJ, you deal with that with every winner.
Yeah, I deal with all the titling work and everything like that. So if you get those 2 Hellcats right over there,
right,
and if you win both of them, you have to have them both in your name.
You're getting them both in your name, and then what you do with them after they're in your name is your business. Correct?
Correct. Most people are going to want to keep those 2 Hellcats, however.
Shh. I heard that. Lexi heard that. Okay, Nathan Higgins, the winner of the Ultimate Fun Haver a Dream Giveaway. We've been joking all day long about the Blackwing Cadillac because somebody commented that it's nothing more than an overpriced Buick.
Oh, that must have hurt you.
Oh, because I've got a really nice Buick. And, for the price of that Caddy, I could have bought, let's see, 1, 2, I could have bought 3 of the Buick models that I have.
But you've owned Buicks and you've owned Cadillacs.
I've owned Buicks and I've owned Cadillacs. They're both great General Motors products. That Cadillac is a whole lot more expensive than my Buick by like $70,000 or $80,000. It is a whole lot more than an overpriced Buick. But the question is, what makes the Blackwing Cadillac special compared to a normal Ctsv Cadillac? And so Nathan, I've got to answer this first. They no longer make Ctsv Cadillacs. A Blackwing Cadillac replaced the Ctsv Cadillac. Did you ever watch my video in which I'm talking about Cadillac and the naming strategy and the great name Blackwing and the baby V's and how much confusion there is out there? I'm not saying you're confused, Nathan. What I'm saying is that Cadillac made this really, really messy. So the Blackwing Caddy took the place of the Ctsv, which at the time was the highest performance Cadillac. Now, the CT5V Blackwing is the highest performance sedan Cadillac. So, back to your question, I'll try to answer this really simply now. The Blackwing Cadillac is the new version of the Ctsv Cadillac. Aha!
Nathan says, makes sense now because it's a great marketing strategy.
Oh, the marketing strategy. It's a marketing spaghetti soup thing. Something like that. Anyway, now the CT5V without the Blackwing on it is like a baby V. They used to call it the V Sport, and you could get it on the CTS, so you could get a CTS, a V Sport. The XTS also had a V Sport. But that's not the top performing Cadillac. Again, the CTSV and the Blackwing Cadillac are pretty similar, except the Blackwing is a newer version. Okay, on to the next question. How do you think, this is from Sean Pulver. How do you think the Cadillac Blackwing would hold up to the Hellcat in a little competition? Well, Sean, I need to know what kind of competition we're talking about.
Got that one right there.
So there's,
that one right there.
Yeah, there's that over there. And there's a Cadillac over there on the other side of the Boss 302. So let's talk about straight line. We're talking horsepower and we're talking weight. So the Hellcat has 797 horsepower. My guess is, and I didn't look it up, that the vehicles probably weigh fairly close to each other. Someone look it up for me. But if I had to guess, I would guess that the Hellcat still weighs a little bit more than the Cadillac. With that being said, so what kind of competition? Straight line? Lori can answer this. Lori's had both of them in a straight line. Which one do you think is faster, Lori?
What are we talking about?
Hey, hand Lori a mic.
I don't need a mic.
How do you think the Cadillac Blackwing would hold up to the Hellcat in a little competition? First, we're talking about drag racing.
Oh boy. I'm happy to test it out. The Hellcat's a little heavier.
Yeah.
Launch mode. Caddy, I don't know that it has launch mode. We haven't tried it.
It does.
It does? Okay.
But it may not be active yet because of the miles on the Caddy.
Correct. We don't have enough miles on the Cadillac yet, but I'm happy to work on that as well.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for your input on this, Lori.
Anytime.
So who would win? Which one?
Which one would win? Straight line, quarter mile.
I'm going to go with the red eye.
You're going to go with the red eye. And simply because of the horsepower?
Absolutely.
797 versus
797.
668.
On a typical Hellcat, not the red eye, I might go the other way.
Yeah.
You're not talking a lot of horsepower difference with the extra weight on the Hellcat, so I might go with the Caddy in that instance.
Okay.
If I have to turn in any way, shape, or form,
Cadillac. Lori, give us that mic back.
woo!
Thank you.
All right, thanks for helping with that one, Lori. Okay, Quentin, ready to ride Hillsman. Does the Charger come with 2 batteries like previous contests? No, we only have 1 battery on it this time. We didn't set up a second battery for the lights. That's a great question. Mike Brown asks, I can't believe we have all these questions today.
I know.
We should save some of these. Mike Brown asks, on the new car giveaways where the stock rims have been upfitted with aftermarket rims, do we include 2 sets of rims for the winner? You know, usually not. So here's why. Once we put the tires and the wheels on, you know, we recycle what's going on with old tires. And so we deliver the cars with 1 set of tires and wheels, not with 2 sets of tires and wheels. PJ, why are you looking like that?
Yeah, we don't take a lot of tread off.
We don't take a lot of tread off. No. Okay. Let's see here. Paul Colors. How will you deliver both of those beautiful cats to my hood? Well, Paul, if you're the winner, and I hope that you are, the vehicles are awarded as is, where is. That means they're right here. So you'll get the cars if you're the winner. We'll pay the taxes if you're the winner, but it's then up to you to get them back to your house. Now let's use the Mustangs that we gave away last week right on this very stage. How did that winner get those vehicles home? He drove one home. He drove the 2021 Mustang Mach 1 home. And then he had the 1969 Mustang transported to his house. So that answers the question.
We work with a lot of transport companies, and certainly any winner who does win, we work with you to help you navigate that landscape, and so that you're not left in the dark and trying to figure out what you're going to do.
Yeah. Jason M. Walker wants to know how much tread is left on the red eye. Let's go see. Let's go see.
Now, we didn't test this earlier. We don't even know what's going to happen here.
We don't know. And I know you're not talking about the front tread. I know you're talking about the back tread. Tons. I got my hand back here where I can see.
It's tough to see back here on the camera.
Yeah, and those Continentals, you know, they're super sticky, and at the same time, they've got a good tread life on them. So you're okay if you win.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this and you're putting in questions, I am going to go through all your questions here as soon as Chris finishes his.
This is going to be a long video. That's okay. Okay, let's see here. So we did that one. Jack Brown wants to know, did we take out all the Oracle lighting in the Charger Hellcat wide body red eye? To find that out, we're going to have to open the hood of the red eye.
Speaking of opening the hoods.
Don't you mess with me. You guys are having fun at my expense. Hard.
Well, wait till you see the questions.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, what's the question here?
Is there still Oracle lighting in here? And the answer is
no. It looks like
nope.
It's off. Gone.
Looks like it was removed. And I'll tell you what, because the lighting was not donated, I don't know the name of the company. There you have it. So we've got that one answered. Let's move on to the next one. Could we get charities that support? Jack Brown asked if his favorite cause could be supported here. I don't know. There's a whole different team that looks over the charities and how they come on board and how they don't come on board. So I will put your suggestion into that team. How's that?
That's perfect.
Good. Henry Aiken wants to know, does the Durango have third row seating? It does not, because that would fit his wife with Henry's 4 kids. Laughing out loud. Here's why. We talked about this last week. We wanted to make sure that the Durango was super, super quick, because Leah Prude and Don Garlitz were going to be driving it. And that third row seat would add weight. So for that reason, we did not add the third row when we asked Dodge to build us that Durango. Gary Munoz wants to know, what past Dream giveaway had the highest monetary value? In recent history, last year's Corvette, that Resto mod, PJ, that silver Resto mod, oh.
It's beautiful.
That was a $250,000 car by itself, plus the brand new C8, plus paying the taxes, plus the Backyard Buddies lift. It had to be somewhere between $350,000 and $500,000 prize package.
Yeah, especially.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah,
I don't know what the official rules say.
If you brought those down at the auction house at the right day and the right time and the right people there,
yeah,
you never know.
You never know. There you go. Minta wants to know. Minta's question is, why do we not do a Facebook live stream on the drawing for the winner for all to see? Now, here's what happens with the drawing, with the winner drawing. One, it's not held here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. It is held by an independent accounting firm, a licensed accounting firm. And I will mention that law enforcement is welcome. If law enforcement calls Dream Giveaway up on the phone and says, we want to watch one of these winner pulls, then they're invited in anytime they want to. Right, PJ?
Absolutely, yep.
Absolutely. It's been that way since the very beginning.
But during some of the polling, I mean, you've got sensitive information on people.
There's sensitive information on people. Full names, addresses, phone numbers. Just like you don't want that information on you put out there to the internet. Those people on those polls don't want that information out. So that's why we can't do a Facebook Live on that. Right?
Right.
Okay. So that's
it's not like a Facebook, click and it's done.
Not like a... Now,
highly audited process.
It's an audited process. And it's fully legal, and they videotape it, and they keep records of it, and anyway. Mark Carvis wants to know, what is the estimated total horsepower on both the Hellcats with the mods you guys have done? Lori told you 797 on the Charger Plus. You know, that leg maker intake might add another, 10 plus horsepower. We did not dyno it so that I cannot guarantee you that horsepower number with the addition of that. Let's call it 797 plus. On the other one, mods on this, same thing. It was 710 from the factory. We have the leg maker on there. Plus, they both have Flowmaster exhaust on them. So let's say that added a little bit too. So 797 plus and 710 plus. That's as close as I can get for you. What is the mileage on both Hellcats? Let's go see, PJ.
That's a good question.
Let's go see.
Now, you have to at least run these things for 500 miles, right, in order to get the
launch control
set up.
1,733 on the Charger. Come here, show it. You can show it right there. I don't even have to fire it up. Well, it was there until you walked over here, PJ. Hold on, let me shut the door and open it again. Okay, now come on over.
I see it, 1733 right at the bottom.
1733 at the bottom, okay? You know who added a quarter mile at a time on this?
Mr. Big Daddy Don
Big Daddy
Garl.
Don Garlitz, you got it.
Quarter mile at a time, that's funny.
You know who added a quarter mile at a time on this one?
Leah Pruitt.
Leah Pruitt, you know it. Go on in there and look, PJ, same thing.
1490.
1490.
Right there at the bottom.
Isn't that the year Columbus sailed the ocean blue?
I think it was 2 more years.
Okay. Okay, so now, so yes, they haven't driven a little as part of the promotion. Does Dream give away title to cars? PJ, you answer that one.
The titling in the cars, because we are a Florida licensed car dealer, if you are the winner of any of these new cars, the titles come in their original MSO to us as a dealer. We still are a dealer. We're not the official title holder. So that you would, when you win, become the first owner of these vehicles. We can pass that title through because we are a Florida licensed dealer.
Right. So you become the first private owner. Now that's on the new cars.
Right.
Now on a classic car, you never know.
Right.
On this, like on the Boss 302,
that is title in our dealership name,
okay,
and it is listed as an owner.
Yeah.
So it's only really with these newer MSOs that you eventually can skip the title as a dealer, but the older ones, we don't know where they're coming from, and we do have to title it in our name to get everything in line. Our ducks in a row is what you would say.
We've never given away a duck.
You never know.
You never know. Okay, Lexi has a question. Lexi, I hope you've been patiently listening and watching this Facebook Live on Mailbag Wednesday.
Got a lot of questions here afterwards, Chris.
I need some water, PJ. On the Charger and the Durango Hellcats, what are the brake and suspension specs? I do not know the suspension specs, but we're going to take a look at the brakes. I believe that they are 6-piston on the front. Excuse me. And 4-piston on the back. And they are massive. You can see that these are slotted rotors on the front of the Durango. They are slotted as well on the back. You can see that the calipers are a little bit smaller, the 4 pistons on the back. I believe that they're manufactured by Brembo for Dodge. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me on that, but I think I'm correct.
That's a lot of braking power.
A lot of braking power. And you need it with this much power. Come on over here. Similar deal over here on the Charger. Massive, massive. Look at those 6-piston ones up there on the front. And that's from the factory. You can ask Dodge to go ahead and to give you red calipers for your Hellcat if you order one. And the smaller 4 pistons back here. One thing you notice on the Charger, they are not slotted rotors. At least not on the back. Let's go back to the front and look. And are they slotted?
It's tough to tell.
They're not slotted on the Charger, but they are slotted on the Durango. So Lexi, thank you for that question. And Lexi, I know that Kathy sent you a picture of the Durango and the other Dodge products together. Not the last question, but the last question on paper here from Eric Conklin. How many miles are on the Porsche Cayman GT4? 800 and...
800.
800.
Right on the dot. Right on the dot.
Okay.
Something big about that Porsche Cayman GT4.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
1 o'clock. We're calling the winner. Get those voicemails all erased from your voicemail if we call you, okay? Because we have to leave your voicemail until you're a winner.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern time in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
That's right.
Okay, just a few. I don't know if I can answer everything.
Okay, we'll get a couple of them here. Jack Brown wants to know, would Big Daddy Don Garlitz sign the Hellcat?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All you have to do is ask.
If the winner wanted to, could they install a third row in the Durango?
I think so. I think so. You could order the part from your Dodge dealer and install it. I will call the Dodge dealer tomorrow morning and ask them that very question, and I'll answer that tomorrow, but I think so.
Let's take a look here. Nathan says there's a bunch of great tread still left on those awesome Continentals.
Oh, there are. Yeah.
Roger wants to know, have you opened the hood of the Jeep yet?
Oh, Roger. You're not going to let me...
Where is it? It's over there.
It's over there. Well, Roger, first I have to watch that video you sent me. After I watch the video you sent me, then I'll open the hood on the Jeep.
How is the CT5V compared to a Camaro, Brian wants to know?
Depends on what Camaro. So here's a great thing. So the CT5V and the Camaro ZL1, I think I got that right, ZR1? No, ZL1, have the same exact engine, a 668 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8 supercharged. Same exact engine. It's much easier to see out of the Cadillac, and it's much easier to get in and out of the Cadillac.
A lot of people agree that the Hellcat would win in a straight line. I guess that's much it for the rest of the questions.
All right, you guys are tiring me out today on Mailbag Wednesday. I'm going to wrap it up. What are we doing here tomorrow, PJ?
Tomorrow
Winter
we
call.
Winter call
Winter
for the
call at 1 o'clock. There'll be a Facebook Live on that, I hope. So we'll do that early, and then we'll talk about it afterwards, and we'll congratulate the winner. Hope you guys are having a great week.
Earl says he's got his plane tickets ready for those kiddies.
There you go. I'll tell you what, you may not be driving, you may not be flying first class here, but you'll be driving first class home, right?
Oh, good
that was good. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. PJ, thanks so much for hanging in there.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Keep those questions coming, even all week long.
All week long.
And
we'll answer them on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Send them through Facebook, Instagram, whatever. We get them all.
We got them all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Roger, I'm going to go watch that video so I learn how to open a Jeep hood. We'll see you tomorrow. More great fun, more great action. Roger, did you see how easily I opened the Dodge Charger hood?
That doesn't count.
We'll see you tomorrow in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
See you next time, everybody.